Dear Professor, we are Group 9. The subject of our research today is the transformation of J.J. Myers Company. There are altogether 6 people in our group. The first question is elaborated by Xu Hongbo and Xu Yuanqi. The second question is elaborated by Liu Mengyao and Wei Chengshen. The third question is elaborated by Xin Yanmeng and Chen Guohui. This case is mainly describe the challenge J.J. Myers Company in the process of organizational change and a leadership style change. I will start by describing the answer of the first question. So the most important issue in this article is the change of leadership style. Jerry Myers is the CEO of J.J. Myers Company. However, when he became ill, Peter took over his father's position, so the company leadership style changed dramatically. Since Jerry's time, the company has paid more attention to employees' welfare and corporate culture. Therefore, employees have high degree of loyalty and trust in the company. But by Peter's time, the management has become more apathetic, less communicative, and less cooperative. The shift quickly undermined employees' morale, team cohesion, and corporate culture. So we can find some evidence in this article. The first is lack of communication with workers who are not familiar with the operation of machines, resulting in low production efficiency and a deterioration of product quality. And the second one is the cancellation of the traditional Christmas party and the cancellation of profit sharing programs, which lead to a decline in staff morale. And the second most important issue is communication problems and decision-making isolation. When launching a new product, he ignored communication with the head of operation and the marketing manager and the sales team. Only discussed with Nadim Zafar, resulting in limited communication, lack of cross-departmental collaboration, and internal communication. So the evidence in this article is the same. The first, ignore communication with Catherine and the marketing department. Peter relies on outside consulting to develop new products. And the second one is criticize the sales team. Blindly criticizing the sales team for not finding a sales path quickly in a saturated market led to stress and frustration in a sales team.
Hello, Professor. My name is Xu Yuanqi. Today, I want to talk about the conflict and cultural deterioration in organizations. My first part is about introduce about conflict is very common in any organization, especially between management and employers. If not highlighted well, it can damage the cultural lower employer morale and harm the company. Today, I will briefly explain the problem and share some about my idea and solution. My second part is about problem analysis. In this course, there are two main issues. First, conflict between management and employers, like the tension between Zafar and Catherine. Second, poor conflict management, consuming blame instead of solving the problem. These conflicts lead to employer dissatisfaction, recognition, and even logo disperse. My third part is about solutions. Here are some simple solutions to reduce conflict. First, improve communication. Create more open communication between management and employers to avoid misunderstanding. Second, provide conflict management training. Help managers learn how to handle disagreements efficiently. Three part is rebuild the culture, foster a supportive and cooperative work environment. Last is about assess logo risks. Prevent conflicts from escalating into local problems. In summary, conflict can harm culture if not managed properly, but with the right approach, it can also make the team stronger. Thank you for your listening, Professor.
Thanks to Xu Yunqi for his speech. My name is Liu Mengyao. Next, Wei Chengshen and me will show our group's answer to question 2. The situational leadership theory, leader member exchange theory, Thomas Kelman conflict mode instrument and individualism versus collectivism. In the slides refer to 4 theories related to question 1. Now I'm going to talk about the two theories of situational leadership theory and leader member exchange theory. First, situational leadership theory. This theory proposed by Hersey and Blanchard stresses that leaders should adjust their leadership style based on the competence and commitment of their subordinates. The theory identifies four leadership styles: telling, coaching, supporting, and delegating, each suited to employees with a different ability and willingness. High competence employees need more trust and autonomy. In the case of J.J. Myers, Peter failed to apply this. Catherine, the operations manager, was a highly competent leader who required a supportive or delegating style. However, Peter's autocratic telling style ignored her experience, leading to her resignation and a decline in team morale. Next, leader member exchange theory. This theory highlights that the quality of relationships between leaders and subordinates is key to organizational performance. Leaders often form in-groups and out-groups, with in-groups members receiving more resources and attention. This creates communication barriers and demotivates out-group members. In the case, Peter included the CFO and the external consultants in the in-group, while marginalizing the operations and the sales departments. This led to feeling of exclusion, with these departments not participating in important discussions, resulting in unresolved issues and poor sales, further damaging organizational cohesion. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Now Wei Chengsheng will continue with the presentation.
Teacher, I'm Wei Chengsheng. I'm glad to analyze the case from the third part, conflict and culture. The conflict aspect is the Thomas Gilman conflict models instrument, while the culture aspect is contrast between the individualism and connectivism. First of all, let me introduce the Thomas Gilman conflict model instrument, and the model is based on two dimensions: the cooperationism and assertionism, and it categorizes the conflict management style into 5 types based on these two dimensions. These are competing, cooperating, compromising, avoiding, accommodating, as from low to high. Why also is all cooperation also from low to high? First, look at the conflict between Peter and Catherine. As CEO, Peter has adopted a competitive approach to conflict management. He completely ignored Catherine's expertise as head of operation. Catherine initially displayed a cooperative approach. However, when her opinion were continually ignored, she eventually shifted to an avoidant approach and resigned in protest after service. Unsuccessful adepts. Consider the conflict between Jaffa and the workers. Jaffa took an extreme approach by trying to blame the worker for the equipment problems. However, the workers initially took a considerate approach to solving the problem, but as a conflict expertise, they gradually shift to competitive approach, opening comforting management by uniting a machine. At the terms of culture, it's clear that we know individualism cultures emphasize individual goals and achievement. Our culture emphasizes teamwork and common good. The culture in Jerry's time was not in line with culture in Peter's time. In Jerry's time culture, they values emphasize employee centeredism, loyalty, and teamwork. Whereas in Peter's time, it was profit first. He canceled the profit sharing scheme, which led to employees feeling exploiting and alienation. That is the control concentrates. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Part 3 is about my preferred solution to the most critical problem. This case is about poor communication and isolated decision making. The first part is the reason. When Peter introduced a new product, she didn't have enough constitution in decision making. First one is it don't have smooth communication, so it affects work efficiency and results. And the second one is the company lack internal communication and like collaborative production. The last one is because the price of the potato chips is too high and popcorn packaging problem is resulting high inventory costs. According to the above leader-member exchange theory, we come up with the following 3 solutions. The first one is about established mechanism. In this solution, we can hold regular meeting, let operation, marketing, sales, and other departments to participate the development and the promotion of the new products. Besides this, at the same time, we can set up a special department to summarize the information. And the second solution is about optimized process. The first one is take advice. The second one is establish an evaluation mechanism, such as analyze whether the survey data is accurate and lesson learned from it. The last solution is about team building. We can organize activities, such for example, we can go outside extension and the workshop to enhance communication and trust between the employees. And besides this, we can set up internal communication platform. For example, instant messaging group to promote knowledge sharing and experience transmission. The last part is about step. We can first step is manage organization meeting, make our employees aware of the seriousness of the problem. The second step is develop communication mechanisms and decision-making processes. And the third step is about schedule events and meeting regularly to ensure that communication mechanism continue to operate effectively. The last step is establish a monitoring mechanism for inspection and evaluation. For example, check your progress monthly, assess your communication performance quarterly, and make adjustment as you find some problems. That's all my part. Thank you.
The part 3, question 3 is conflict and culture deterioration. There are 3 parts in this question. Number 1, reason. Number 2, solution. Number 3, step. And we have to know the reasons for this lecture. Number 1 is the core issue, and number 2 is broader impact, and number 3, the strategy importance. In part 2, we know the conflict theories and culture theories. When we use the conflict theories, the company have to provide the complicated management training and promote the win-to-win the solution. And also, when we use the culture theories, which conduct culture ethics, address inconsistency, and reinforce values through the leadership behavior. And we know the reason and the theories. We have to fix this issue. At first, we have the small term. There is 0 to 3 months. The company training the leaders and the employees on the conflict resolution and culture awareness, and resolve the argue conflict. And in the middle terms, it says 3 to 6 months. Company conduct the teams building and redefine the cultural value. At last, the long terms, the 6 to the 12 months, and monitor the culture and the conflict regularly. and integrate culture goals into the performance management. That's it. Thank you.